Royce White is making waves with his announcement that he plans to declare for the 2027 WNBA draft, as in the women's NBA draft. White says he's ready to put the league's policies to the test. He's standing by his decision. He recently did an interview, wait for it, in a wig about why he's making this move and what he hopes to prove. It was done very tongue-in-cheek, and he did it so seriously. Look at this.
Why would I go my entire life in a man's body to be a woman trapped in a man's body? The torture, the anguish of it. I can't even describe it to you. You know, it's been a revelation. It's like, you can do this, dude. You can do this. You can become the best WNBA basketball player the world has ever seen. You can go to the WNBA and elevate the entire game. You can draw more eyes. You think Caitlin Clark's drawing eyeballs to the women's game? Wait till me and Enes Kanter get there. Wait until the LeBron Jameses of the world show up. Wait until your young high school athletes decide, you know what? Why would I want to go hang around with a bunch of other sweaty men in a hyper-competitive setting? Just go on over here to the WNBA and experience being a woman, because we all should get the opportunity to experience being the other sex, because it's just a construct anyway. Just a construct. There's nothing to it. There's no difference, but there's no real difference. Come on. I
mean, that was pretty classic. Let's bring in the president of Courage as a Habit, Alvin Lui. Alvin, I think the classic line to me is, you can do it, dude. Dude, you can do it. I mean, come on. This is the top trolling moment in 2026. It's got to be.
I can't believe the balls on that woman. She's beautiful.
Oh, gosh. Well, hello.
Alvin Lui for the win, ladies and gentlemen. It's up and it's good.
Her name is Roysha. It's Roysha.
Oh, I've never seen a woman so stunning and beautiful.
Oh, God.
I'm pulling for her. I am pulling for her for Player of the Year, Woman of the Year. Everything. Right. Look at her. She's stunning. She's beautiful. And if you don't think so,
it's her truth. It's her truth.
It's her truth. And if you don't think so, then you need re-education. You're a transphobic bigot, and I applaud it. It's 2026. This is she should be on the cover of every woman's magazine, and she should win Women of the Year, Athlete of the Year at ESPN. If they don't, it's obviously transphobia.
And they also have Enes Kanter, who's also just declared, and he's like signed the paperwork yesterday, apparently. So I don't know, what to do at this point.
Well, I think the message here is what a difference it makes when men get into the fight. Whether you're at the school level, at the college level, and the culture level, it is different when men get into the fight. The personality, our attitude, everything. And this is why we've pounced so hard on asking, where is the men? Where are the fathers? Where are the husbands? Where are the boyfriends? Where are the uncles? Why aren't you being more vocal, more aggressive? Why aren't you coming out against this? Because classically speaking, these degenerate men that are in the transgender cult have always existed, but they feel emboldened now because men over the last 20 years have been weaker than they ever have in the history of the world, at least for sure the history of America. And now they're feeling very emboldened. You can see what happens when just a couple of guys get involved. The entire game changes. No pun intended.
Alvin, just for the record, Enes Kanter couldn't make my kid's high school basketball team, so him making the WNBA, like he's probably one of the worst exports from Turkey I've seen play basketball, but that's a whole nother conversation. My apologies, I just had to go there. Here's the reality. Like, this is a cultural statement that's being made, and kudos to these two gentlemen for making this statement, but has it also brought the WNBA back to relevance? We're talking more about the WNBA this week than I think we've talked about it for this past season. I think and I'm not trying to be facetious, I think that's probably accurate.
I don't know. I don't know if it's brought the WNBA back to relevance, but it certainly showed their hypocrisy and how ridiculous that league has always been. To me, it's always been a political arm more than it's been a sports league. They were always trying
Okay.
to push these
don't
very
know if I agree with
untalented black athletes, and then all of a sudden, if they were relevant, if they were a serious league, they would have welcomed, they would have worshipped Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham like they were the second coming of MJ and Kobe, but they didn't. So you can tell that they were always a political arm more than anything else. This is why they've lost money year in and year out, and the only reason why they exist is because the NBA gives them money to float them every year.
Okay, listen, I'm not
Go ahead,
saying
David.
politics is not involved and ideology. I mean, we know that. That's kind of a baseline for everything in life. So I'll give you that. Having said that, I mean, I wouldn't dismiss, I'll give you a chance to clarify. You're not dismissing what these women are doing in that environment, because these are very talented women, and I think that should be applauded.
It should be. But the talented women that are supposed to be the ones that are bringing the tickets in, they're not promoting those women. Because if they were, they'd be, like I said, worshiping the
What do you mean the talented women? I mean, these women they're all talented. I mean, they're all talented. They've got skills. I mean, I don't know what do you mean exactly?
Well, there's talent that you pay for. There's a lot of people are talented. Doesn't mean you pay for it. It doesn't mean that you're going to buy tickets for it, which is why, like I said, they've lost money year in and year out. Because if they were talented, even women would support them, but they don't. This is why their seats are always empty. And so now they're in relevance, not because of anybody's talent, but because of their ridiculousness. And now these two guys are going to make them more relevant than they ever have been. Like what Roy said, he goes, if you think Clayton Clark's, bring him a lot of relevance, when do I get in there? And so, yeah, the women are obviously very, very talented in terms of you're talking about just a level of athleticism, but obviously the public doesn't pay for it, which is why they've never made any money. And the fact that they've got two money makers now, and they treat them like that so horribly. Even the home coach, even Sophie Cunningham's home coach is not standing up for her. So it always just goes to show you it's never about the talent. It was always about the politics.
Alvin, I think that ultimately we're looking at an Overton window here, because this is so ridiculous, these two guys getting up and saying they're going to join the NBA. And when you think just a couple of years ago, people were scared to say one word about Leah Thomas, and it was so it really shows a change in our culture and a change in our thinking.
It has. And I think when I see people go, I'm so happy Sophie Cunningham saying the thing that everyone's afraid to say, I really want to focus on that statement, afraid to say. People like Sophie Cunningham should have just went on and played ball. People like Riley Gaines should have just went on and did whatever she was going to do in her life. The fact that these women have to say, the fact that we are afraid to say it, the normal people are afraid to say it, that's why we're here in this first place. And the lesson here is you should never be afraid to say anything, especially when it comes to basic facts like a man can't be a woman. And these people, these really dishonest people have gotten a lot of miles out of people making fear a habit, which is why making courage is a habit is such a big thing.
Alvin Lui, really appreciate your time. Great stuff today. Thank you so much.
Great.
Good to talk to you, Alvin.